It's a medical malpractice trial. The defense has just put on their medical expert, and now I have an opportunity to get up and to cross-examine their medical expert. Can I ask the defense's medical expert whether he has ever testified on behalf of an injured patient? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. So now we're at trial. It's a medical malpractice case, and I begin cross-examining the defense's medical expert. One of the questions I want to ask him is, hey, Dr. Jones, have you ever testified on behalf of an injured patient? Can I ask him that question? The answer is, yes, I can. Now, why would I want to ask the doctor that question? I want to show that this doctor, this medical expert, is biased. I want to show that this doctor does not review cases and does not testify on behalf of injured patients. But the really smart and savvy defense experts turn around and say, oh, but nobody's ever asked me. Really? Nobody's ever asked you? Let me tell you how I used this at trial. I had a case coming up for trial, and 2 weeks before the trial, I knew who the defense was bringing in as their medical expert. And I knew that he only reviewed cases for doctors and for hospitals. So I called his office. I spoke to his secretary. I told her, listen, my name is Gerry Oginski. I am a plaintiff's attorney. I represent injured patients who bring lawsuits against doctors and hospitals. I would like to know whether this doctor would be interested in reviewing my client's records. And you know what she said to me? She said, I'm sorry, the doctor does not review records on behalf of injured patients. I said, thank you very much. And I also said, does the doctor ever come in and testify on behalf of injured patients? And she said, no, he doesn't. So now, 3 weeks later, the trial had been going on for a number of days. It's now 3 weeks later, the defense expert comes in to testify. I now have an opportunity to question him. I wanted to use that information, that conversation I had with his secretary, to show to the jury that this doctor was totally biased. And this is how I did it. I said, doctor, have you ever reviewed cases on behalf of an injured patient? Oh, nobody's ever asked me to review. Really? Doctor, I called your office 2 weeks ago. Did you know that? No, I didn't. Doctor, have you told your secretary, who answers your telephone, that under no circumstance are you willing to review any records on behalf of an injured patient? No, I'm not aware of that. Really? Why don't we get your secretary on the phone or get her to come into court and see what she has to say? Oh, no, that's not necessary. And now I was able to show to the jury that this doctor clearly was biased in favor of the doctors and the hospitals. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in medical malpractice cases here in New York. You know, I recognize and acknowledge you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered first, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.